did NASA find a mysterious doorway on Mars. For the past 10 years, NASA's Curiosity rover has been trundling around the surface of Mars, taking photos in its quest to understand the history and geology of the red planet, and perhaps even find signs of life. Mars has captivated humans since we first set eyes on it as a star-like object in the night sky. In the late 1800s, telescopes first revealed a surface full of intriguing features, patterns, and landforms that scientists at first wrongly ascribed to a bustling Martian civilization. Now, we know there are no artificial constrictions on Mars. But we've also learned that, until 3.5 billion years ago, the dry, toxic planet we see today might have once been as habitable as Earth. Since the 1960s, humans have set out to discover what Mars can teach us about how planets grow and evolve, and whether it has ever hosted alien life. So far, only uncrewed spacecraft have made the trip to the red planet, but that could soon change. NASA is hoping to land the first humans on Mars by the 2030s, and several new missions are launching before then to push exploration forward. A grainy image captured by NASA's Mars Curiosity rover in May 2022 shows a formation in the planet's rock that social media users seized on as some kind of alien door, suggesting it shows the presence of life. At first sight, the picture is totally convincing. The passage seems to go in only a short way before the steeply descending roof meets the floor. And then those killjoys at NASA tell us it's only about 45 centimeters high. Still, who said Martians had to be the same height as us? But then geologists point out several straight-line fractures can be seen in this site, and the doorway is where they happen to intersect. Space officials and Mars experts said the formation is an unremarkable, naturally occurring crevice that matches many others seen around the planet. The claim was addressed in a Twitter thread authored by the NASA-run Curiosity rover account that called the formation a natural geological feature. It's somewhat common for people to see patterns in rock shapes that look like one thing or another. This is called pareidolia, and despite all the sensitive science instruments on the rover and the mission's hundreds of scientists working with our data, we have not seen anything that isn't easily explainable, NASA said. There's a similar story with the broader search for extraterrestrial intelligence. For years, SETI scientists have been searching the skies for signals from other civilizations, but so far we have found nothing. But nearly all our searches have been on the nearest few stars, and so in a sense the search has barely started. Meanwhile, we continue to be bombarded with photos purporting to show UFOs. The vast majority of these photos are probably fakes or mistaken photos of familiar objects such as weather balloons. But as scientists, we must keep an open mind. And among the rubbish, perhaps there may be one or two photos or videos that really could stretch our current knowledge. The problem is that if someone presents us a photo purporting to show a flying saucer, the odds overwhelmingly favor it being a fake, and so we're likely to dismiss it rather than wasting our time examining it carefully. But supposing we're wrong. Similarly, when we see a doorway, or a face, or a spoon on Mars. It's all too easy to dismiss it out of hand. But we must remain alert to the possibility that one day we might find archaeological evidence of past life on Mars. Admittedly, this seems very unlikely, but not impossible. It would be a terrible loss if among all our careful searching through the data, we missed the thing we had been searching for because it was too easily dismissed as a trick of the light. Is not the first time an odd something on Mars, or other places in the solar system including Earth, has caught people's attention. People are familiar with a face on Mars' furor over a purported alien face on the planet. It turned out to be nothing more than an eroded mesa in the Cydonia region. We see a lot of sandstones and other sedimentary rocks on Mars, particularly in the area Curiosity is exploring. They look familiar to us because there are similar rocks here on Earth. Understanding how they formed here opens a door to an understanding of how they formed on Mars. Similar processes were involved in both cases: deposition and erosion by water and wind. By observing such materials here at home and how they behave, we can get a good feel for what's happening to the sibling rocks on Mars.